right, everyone, this is Tim of the Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giant sports talk and entertainment. Oh, it's Thursday. Getting closer to that Giant game. Getting closer to that Jet game. Sorry I missed Fan Fest. You know, it's the pesky wife and kids thing. I had tickets, gave them away, really wanted to go. I want to kind of see everyone and meet everyone because this may be my last Giant home game. Everyone knows that I am moving way out of the state, so this could be my last one. It probably is gonna be my last one this Saturday. I'm not gonna wax nostalgic about how it's my last Giant game. But if you see me, you want to say hello, say hello. A lot of people are like, "Well, we don't know what you look like." Well, go watch some of my videos that I'm actually on the camera. I did want to thank one subscriber the other day who basically said I was an idiot, didn't know anything, but I was a talking head with a great radio voice. All I got out of that comment was, I got a great radio voice. So I appreciate that. Wanted to talk about the New York Football Giants because that's just what we do here. If you look at the 2021 season, you look at it from a subjective point of view, and I know a lot of fans don't like to do that, and I'm going to move my microphone, so don't let everyone say, oh, no, there's a sound moving his microphone. If you look at it from a subjective point of view, there are holes on this team, and there are some deficiencies. You look at the offensive line, you look at the linebacking core, you look at the edge rushing situation. But if you look at it from a logistical standpoint in regards to status, what do we have right on the vehicle? That's from Apollo 13. We're going to take this from look at status. What do we have right on the vehicle? Some of the things that we have right, two of the things that will potentially and possibly carry the Giants throughout the entire 2021 season is going to be the wide receivers and, or I should say, the receiving core, because it includes more than wide receivers, and the secondary. And I know people are like, well, Tim, that's just such a basic statement. No, it's actually not. Because there is a nuance to both of these that I think we need to look at from a logistical standpoint and from a standpoint of understanding what their nuances are and how they affect the rest of their units directly. The secondary. You're looking at Bradbury, Peppers, Logan Ryan, Adoree Jackson, backed up by Isaac Yiadom. I love Isaac Yiadom. Xavier McKinney, Julian Love, Darnay Holmes. Sam Beal's going to get cut. Aaron Robinson is still out, but we hope he comes back. You know, where Darius Williams looks like he's something. I don't know if he's a player yet. I'm not going to say someone's a player by just watching him in training camp, because there are plenty of guys who are training camp warriors, but then get in the game and can't handle it. You know, it's almost like, if you think about it in some ways, if you compare it to baseball, it's like a major leaguer and AAA guy. And sometimes there's just AAA guys that aren't exactly major leaguers, but they're better than AAA, and they're kind of stuck in that quasi zone. And that's what some players are. They show up at camp, and then they just fold when the lights come on. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to Darius Williams. I'm just saying we just kind of look at it from the right perspective. But the secondary that we have right now should be lights out. Should have the ability to shut down opposing opponents' top wide receivers. It should allow extra time for the defense, for the defensive line and the linebackers to rush the passer. And that's what we're going to need, because when your best pass rusher is Leonard Williams, who's coming off a one season of 11.5 sacks, and then behind him, your next best pass rusher is going to be, and you can just put a question mark there, because we don't know if it's going to be Lorenzo Carter. We don't know if it's going to be Dexter Lawrence. We don't know if it's going to be Ojulari. We don't know yet. We don't know if Carter Coughlin's going to play more linebacker. We don't know if it's going to be Tay Crowder. We don't know. So they're going to need that extra time. And especially without Dalvin Tomlinson taking up two guys in the middle of the field that helped both Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, we're going to need those extra seconds. So the longer that the secondary can hold the opponent's wide receivers and hold them and the longer they keep the opposing quarterback in the pocket, the better it's going to be for our defensive line. I've said this a million times, because I had someone tell me the other day on a live stream, well, the Cowboys have a horrible secondary. Yes, but the Cowboys also came up with some players on the defensive line and the linebacking core which can help that situation. Because I've said it before, if you have a terrible secondary but a wonderful pass rush, and the quarterback's only getting a second and a half to throw, it doesn't matter how bad your secondary is. And it's the vice versa. If you have a great secondary and a terrible pass rush, the longer that longer the secondary can hold, the longer, the more time that your pass rush has to get to the quarterback going, because hopefully by then things will break down on the offensive line. And the other part of the secondary is they're basically linebackers. Peppers, Ryan, and McKinney are basically coverage linebackers and run supporters. They were that last year. Peppers played an exorbitant amount in the box. He played like 65% of his snaps in the box. And same with Logan Ryan. And then you throw in Xavier McKinney. So not only they're going to be brought up again to cover the tight ends and the running backs and, help with the double teams, they're also going to be counted on to provide run support in the secondary. And also, we all know Patrick Graham loves to blitz his corners, loves to blitz his secondary. I think when he was in Miami, there was at one point he was blitzing a cornerback or a safety on third down like 78% of the time. We all know he loves to do that. So that's another way we're going to gain the pass rush by that talent. So there are certain situations, like I said, and there's a certain dichotomy that if you have a deficiency in one and a strength in another, sometimes that strength in the other helps increase the value of the deficiency. And what I mean by increase the value, I mean decreases the deficiency, not increases. I can't even talk today. Kids were up early. Summer, man. When I was a kid, I slept. When I was not a teenager, I slept, man. Slept in like 11 o'clock on the summer, but whatever. But what I'm saying is it will decrease that deficiency and allow you to move forward. Now, the same thing with the receiving corps. The issue with the receiving corps right now is going to be, I think the worst part is going to be holding your breath in regards to injuries. You got Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Kenny G. Tight ends are going to be Evan Ingram and Kyle Rudolph, backed up by Caden Smith. You potentially have behind them Tony, Ross, Dante Pettis. I still don't understand what's going on with Dante Pettis, man. I think he's got something. He's proven that he could be something in this league, but I don't know if he's in the right situation with the Giants right now, but that's neither here nor there. But don't worry, we have the venerable David Sills, 25 years old, Victor Cruz 14.90. That's how good he is. But if our wide receivers can stay healthy, and Daniel Jones can get the ball to them, you are looking at a proficient unit. And the proficiency of that unit, what is going to happen is, if we can generate a passing attack, it's good. And I'm hoping that we go more with a short passing attack, more of a Bob McAdoo passing attack. Limit the time that Daniel Jones has to think. Quick throws, quick reads. And then you know what? Let your playmakers make plays. Let your playmakers break out. And you hope with Kenny, you're going to get that. You hope Sterling can stay off the concussion protocol. You hope Darius can come back in year 3 to show that he's readjusted to the league adjusting to him. Same thing. We hope Evan Ingram can hold on to the damn ball. And you hope Kyle Rudolph comes back. And you hope Tony's a player. But if everything goes right and everything goes well, the wide receiving corps is going to do two things. It is going to allow Daniel Jones the time to, not the time, but I should say, it's going to allow Daniel Jones to go to immensely talented skill players if he can find them, get them open, and throw them open. Because a lot of people got to forget. People always talk about the passing windows, and there's plenty of quarterbacks that came out and say, you know what, no, you don't need to worry about the number of yards between the passes. No. A lot of times quarterbacks will tell you, you throw your receiver open. You create the passing window. So if he can do that and we become potent on the passing game, even if it's a short passing game and we're getting yards off the yak, it's going to open up the running game. And let's say Saquon Barkley does not come back to full strength till like week 5 or 6. Because even if he comes back, he's probably going to get like maybe 10, 15 touches a game in the first 3 weeks. But let's just say you still have Booker and Clement and Morris and the band of merry men behind him. This will allow you to run more, and it will allow you to run more effectively because you're going to have teams that are going to be concentrating on the pass. You're not going to, if you have your receivers going and you have your passing game going, they're not going to be able to stack 7, 8 in the box. So it doesn't matter how porous your offensive line is. If you're going with quick passes, if you're going with 1.5 second passes and quick reads, because as soon as you're doing that, you're going to get the other team back on their heels. And anyone knows playing defense if anyone played the game or watched the game, you know that playing, especially if you played it, you know playing back on your heels is the worst way to play defense. If you don't know if it's a run, if you don't know if it's a pass, if they're burning you with the short passing game. And then your hope is also if you're burning them with the short passing game, you could potentially run some quick draws as well. And I know people are going to be like, you're going to bring back the Kevin Gilbride. Don't run the draw. Don't run that. He ran the draw. Everyone does. For the younger fans, Kevin Gilbride, the offensive coordinator for the 2 Super Bowl teams, Eli Manning's a mentor in the beginning. He used to run the draw. Anytime it was like 3rd and 11, 3rd and 14, we would run the draw. I mean, it's like clockwork. The fact that I used to sit there and yell at the TV, don't run the draw. Don't run the draw. My wife would look at me and go, he ran the draw. So that's neither here nor there. But it opens up so many different avenues for not only for your offense, but for your defense. And like I said, your wide receivers, I should say your receiving core, and your secondary will allow you to hide some deficiencies that you have on your defensive and offensive line. That's all I'm saying. Going to be doing a show weekly on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We started last week. It's New York Giants Chalk Talk with NFL. I don't know. It's New York Giants Chalk Talk with Tim from Online Big Blue. It's also part of a podcast series. It's going to be every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hope you guys will watch, leave some comments, come on into the chat. It's always fun to talk to everyone. We'll be at the game on Saturday. Probably getting there about 6 o'clock. I don't know, 5 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see what time I'm getting there, but I will be there. You won't be able to miss me. I'll be the guy screaming, I'm Online Big Blue. Come talk to me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very demure and very, I don't like to draw attention to myself. Yeah, wish that was true. But you know what, guys? It's gonna be fun on Saturday. Hope to see everyone out there. Let's just get this season started. And step 1 is this game. So let's get going. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could please subscribe. Ring that bell, you know what it means. That'd be awesome.